It was like unreal, you know, because a lot of people that COVID, they don't make it. Even my friends, they told me they were scared. It was one night I was about to go to bed. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I was already sick prior with pneumonia, and I stayed in the hospital prior that weekend, but they sent me back home. And one night I just couldn't really breathe, so I told my daughter to call my sister, and I called the ambulance for myself. At the moment where it got bad, my niece called me. After we got to the hospital, they kind of just, took her into a room, and maybe 20 minutes later, they expressed to me that they had to intubate her immediately. When he intubated her, she coded for 18 minutes. When he was explaining to us, I'm listening, but it's kind of hard to process. I was just looking at her, how is this so bad, that she's had been intubated. They said that I coded 6 times, and the doctor said he wasn't going to do anymore. And they worked on me there for 18 minutes that last time. And they said it wasn't going to do anymore. They said I wasn't going to have any brain activity. I was just going to be in a vegetative state. They kept doing what they knew best to do. But when they got to the point, okay, we don't really know if there's anything else we can do. So she was better, but she was still critically ill. So when they told me about Select, I started looking it up, and I saw there was a special hospital. They only took special cases.
I knew it was going to be a long road for her. She was on a ventilator, she was on multiple drips, she was very sick, and she needed a lot of encouragement. She was scared. Every single day, they came in there and they explained things to us. So it was pretty easy, to easily at the beginning to trust them. I felt like I started to make progress. Actually, it was when I got the trach put in. They put the speaking valve on September the 8th, and that was the first time I was able to speak. I walked in the room and she was like, "Hey girl," and I'm like, I think I almost dropped everything I had in my hands. I was excited. I think we started calling everybody on the phone, FaceTiming. They were so amazed because just think about what I was going through. They didn't think I was going to make it at all. And to be able to start speaking, and I actually sounded like my normal self.
We were on the edge of the bed and doing tilt tables for probably a week or two before she got to where she could stand.
One day I said to myself when the physical therapist came in, I said, I'm gonna stand today. I'm gonna walk. But then that first day, I looked down at my feet and it didn't move. I said, God, now I told you, I don't want to leave out here until I'm able to take a step. Another day or two went by, and I said, okay, put my mind to it, And I took a step. I actually took a step, and the nurses, they had the walker and guided me with the chair and the walker, and I was like, okay, boom, this is my time to get out of here.
I think she cried, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it was a good day.
When I did that big turn, even the doctors was looking like what? This is not what I'm telling her family.
To see her be able to talk and be able to eat and be able to sit up on the side of the bed, it was incredible. And it was incredible to be a part of it.
I had to put my mind to it to actually get out there, because I know a lot of people try to give up, and I wasn't giving up. I was determined I wasn't giving up. I'm here to still live to see my daughter. Thank God, she'll be 18 this year, so hopefully I get to see her walk across the stage. Imagine I wasn't gonna be here to see that, my one and only child. I'm grateful for the air that I breathe. I'm grateful for everything that God has done for me in my life. I'm grateful that they decided to send me to Select. It's very breathtaking, just to see people enjoy doing what they're doing. And even when it's not easy, they're still doing it. She is blessed, to have gone through that and even be able to express how it felt to go through it and how it feels today to be able to, look back and it just be a thing of the past.